We're at the entrance to Ben Lomond National Park, and this is a pretty cool little sign. Antifreeze must be used in radiators. I don't think I've ever seen a sign like that. You take it for granted in cold climates like North America and Northern Europe, but I guess in Australia it's not really taken for granted. And of course the problem with that is if you don't use antifreeze and the water freezes in your engine block, it'll crack your block. We're probably halfway up the climb, maybe a little bit more up Ben Lomond, and we're getting pretty close to Jacob's Ladder, but you can see all the guideposts now are orange. And the reason for that, of course, is that we're above the snow line. A bit difficult to see white marker posts when it's covered in snow. We're just approaching the base of Jacob's Ladder now. Unfortunately, old Ben has got a bit of cloud cover on him.
Plenty cloudy as up here.
We're just going past the Jacob's Ladder start. You came. Oh, there he is, up top. See him?
Oh, he's way up there.
When you hit Jacob's Ladder, boys, just look up top there and you might be able to see Hakeem. He's quite a ways up.
Far out, like the next level I just went up to, all the clouds are rolling off over the road.
I can see Miles down there.
Yeah, careful, Terry.
Can you see me, Miles?
I can see you!
Wow, that's impressive.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh my God. Just watch the road.
You are literally driving on a cliff.
Yikes. Black corner. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be going up here in the snow.
No.
Oh.
I know I called Mount Burrow being better, but I'm going to rescind that call.
Just pulled up at the top.
Oh, wow. Yeah, with the clouds rolling up like that, that is sensational. Look at the cloud pushing over the road. Unbelievable. This is heading to the Watchtower Lookout. There's JD coming up Jacob's Ladder now. That is an epic climb. Well, JD, since this is your ladder, what did you think of that?
That's cool. I like that. That was awesome.
Cool. That was freaking epic, man.
That was awesome. All the grass is all like wet. Looks like very dewy.
Yeah, from the cloud rain.
Yeah.
And it's probably, I don't know, I'll have to go back to the car and check the temperature, but it's got to be 10 degrees, 12 max. Have a look at these guideposts here. The orange is on top of a meter-high white pole. So, obviously get a lot of snow here. Cody red, it snows in the winter time once every 3 days or 4 days. We're just driving to the ski lodge, I guess it is, or the lodge. I just love this alpine scenery. This is just amazing. We're heading back towards Jacob's Ladder now. I don't know whether the GoPro will show it, but Hakeem is up there, very close to the top parking lot, just above Jacob's Ladder. Radio boys, I'm right behind you. That gives some idea of the scale of what we're talking about here. Crazy. This one is called Watchtower Corner. Probably because there's some rock formations that look like a watchtower.
And it's watchtower looking too.
This one is Waterfall Corner. Probably because there's a waterfall in the cleft of that rock right there. This one is called Hanging Corner. Probably because one of the guys wasn't doing his job, so they hung him. This one is called Black Corner. I got nothing. Black Rock Wall, maybe? Or maybe Mr. Black was in the construction crew and he built that corner. This one is called Strickland Corner, because that was the name of the boss in the road crew, and he wanted the best corner. I just made that up. And here we are at the base of Jacob's Ladder at Ben Lomond. Have a look at those clouds rolling over. That's the ladder itself there. You can see it run along here, up here, and then zigzag all the way up. So cool. That little hill in front of us is about 800 meters high. That's called Gum Top, and we are traveling in a due southerly direction to get up on top of the Central Highlands. Don't know where we're gonna go up there, or where we're gonna camp, or what we're gonna see, but we'll spend a few days up on the Southern Highlands.
Central Highlands?
Central Highlands. We're up top on the Great Central Plateau, and we're heading towards a lake called Lake Arthur. We found ourselves a little line on a map, which looks like a four-wheel drive track to hopefully a nice camping area.
This is all recently burned out.
It has very recently burned, yeah, and it is very desert-like almost.
Yes.
Pretty cool. There's nowhere else in Australia that looks like this. Reminds me a little bit of the Atacama Desert. There's the buoys up in front of us. You can see the dust clouds. We're just hanging back so we don't launch on it. Here's the little track into our camp area in Lake Augusta, up in the Central Plateau. The track will definitely touch your car, and it leads to a little campsite like this. It's just a little round, grassy area. But it was beautiful, 10 out of 10. Everybody's just packing up now before we make our way. Just over top of that ridge in front of the car is the Lake Augusta. So what's today got in store for us? We're camped here at Lake Augusta at the moment. We're going to be heading over here to the Arthur Lake area. And this big sucker in the middle, that's the Great Lake on the Central Plateau. So we'll poke along around the south end of the lake and then up north, and we'll spend some time around here checking things out. Off on our sojourn this morning, and this is the track leading to and from our camp. It's a very well formed track, but it is definitely scrapey on both sides. I think our elevation here is around about 1,100 meters above sea level. So in a lot of places we're above the tree line, and it's pretty cool. Very unique landscape. That's the Great Lake in the foreground there, and that is the biggest lake. I think it's the biggest lake in Tasmania. Certainly the biggest lake up here on the Central Plateau. This is kind of cool. We've just gone through a little hamlet called Bronte, and there's these white flowers all along the side of the road.
That's yellow.
Good point. That's yellow.
Oh my God.
It's crazy that Hobart's only 150 k's away.
Just pulled off the road and we're at D Lagoon. Just having a look for a potential campsite. So Akeem wants to make it out to that log. I'm saying no chance.
I thought that was closer than what it was.
Yeah, he's changing his mind. He's caught himself a little perch so far.
That's it.
And that's it. But he's after the big trouts. And they are here. Cody and Akeem are up on the dam wall and we're heading that way. This is Echo Lake, not too far from our camp at D Lagoon, only about 20-minute ride.
Bridge load limit 5-ton gross.
Okay.
How many 5-ton grosses can we fit on a bridge?
Well, we're each about 3, so.
Oh, CB.
Is there a gate there? Is there, mate?
No gate, just a big tree over the track.
Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? That was our exit. This is Lake Echo, and there's the wind farm out there. The little windmill guys aren't actually moving at the moment. This is a pretty big-ass lake. This is obviously the lower side of the dam, and there's the spillway. It's sort of a man-made concrete canal. And there's JD running along the canal wall. Hopefully this dam doesn't spill right now or he's going to get a car wash. We're running on a little 4-wheel drive track alongside of Lake Echo. The main road that we were going to use to get out has a fallen tree over it. So there's this little track here that might actually get us out as well.
The springtime growth is really pretty. There's fresh red leaves on the trees, and some of the bushes are in bloom.
Kind of opposite to Canada in the autumn, which is this time of year. The trees turn red because of the winter coming. And in springtime, the trees turn red here because of the new growth. We're coming up to our turn. Well, our road turned into a small little track, and our small little track had a very large tree over it. So CB it is. We got to go back out the way we came, over the Echo Dam, and back out past D Lagoon. These things happen.
It's been a pretty drive.
It has.
And interesting. Seeing all the electricity infrastructure.
Yeah, I might film a bit of that pipage on the way back. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was huge.
Here's some of that infrastructure that we were talking about for the Echo Lake Power Station. This is a big bloody pipe. That pipe is as tall as the truck is. It's monstrous. So it's obviously got water flowing through there, and at the power station there must be some turbines that the water flows over the turbines and generates the hydroelectricity. That big cylinder up in front of us has got a sign on it that says surge tank. It's the following morning now, and we have had our first, or we are having our first typical Tasmania day. It was a balmy 8 degrees, and it's been raining for, I don't know, what, Jill, a good 4 hours now? We're heading down off of the Central Plateau. Not sure what we're going to do now. The original plan was Walls of Jerusalem, and maybe do a walk in there, but that's off the cards now with weather like this, and it's meant to be set in like this for the whole day. Just makes us appreciate the amazing weather that we've had up until this point. We've decided we're going to pull up camp at that Lake Gardiner. Hopefully we don't get trailer plugged. If we do, then we will work out an alternative solution.
All right, Akeem, you're on camera. How many cars? Dude.
I got him.
Oh,
I got him.
yes. Nice.
Yes.
Oh, hold him up.
Brownie.
That's an 8er.
Oh,
That's
dude, that's a trout. Yeah.
We're just pulled up at Lake Gardiner at the moment. Akeem's had a fish, caught a nice little brown trout. He's going to have that for dinner tonight. And it's a nice little spot here. Free camp. There's the lake up there. Grassy little paddock. We're at our camp on the Iris River, which is the same river that runs under a bridge on the way into Cradle Mountain. But we're downstream from it a fair distance. Still scanning the rocks on the bed of the river.
I just like them.
I do too.
Looking for fish or anything.
Anything interesting, yep.
There's a platypus over there.
And we got two hooligans up there on the bridge. JD doing a little bit of rock hopping out in the river. And he made it, but he's got to make it back.
Now what?
All right, Video and JD, hoping for a fall, actually. There we go, perfect. Nice one, Jacob, thank you.
Hakeem is fishing. We're sitting under our awning next to the truck, next to the river. We've got Dad, Miles and Cody. Jacob's over cleaning the kitchen. There you go. That's us all present and accounted for.
Here we are, last day in Tasmania, last river camp. These two young fellas do not want to go swimming. They're chickens. This young man, however.
This is our last.
Biggest chicken of all.
We're the last people to ever camp here.
That's it, last people to ever camp here are going to block this off tomorrow. The big CB. So far, there's only been one person in this river.
I'm not letting that
Raise your hand. Hey, that would be me.
Come on, Miles.
They're slippery, by the way. Careful. You got to go under too, Jacob.
He's on a high now because he got the reel.
Yeah, that's right. He is. Yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go.
There you're up there, mate. There's a big eddy up there.
Nice. Nice work. Hey, head. You got to go under. Oh yeah, you gotta go under, brother. That ain't swimming until you're swimming.
Minutes of your life. 1 minute 35 you've been in now.
So, gentlemen, Jacob has been swimming. Enjoying your beanies and Patagonia jumpers.
Where are we, mate? Mate, I just need some Tassie there.
There he is.
One hiding behind the camera.
Hey.
Bye-bye Tasmania. We're loading up back onto the barge, head over to the mainland. Into the bowels of the boat.